I hate what I have to report, but someone's got to do it because the rest of the society doesn't care to. Between generationally younger black folks who just feel like, what are they going to do? Nothing they say is going to make any difference, to older black folks who are in a number of cases are gone and would have said something or are simply too old to have the energy to say something, and everything else in between. We're left with this image of, in this instance, right here, this Super Bowl host committee for the Bay Area, which claims to be uniting the Bay through sport, coming off as, hey, we're quasi multicolored, except we don't have a lot of black folks, so we have to turn to the Too Shorts and the E40s of the world to make us look good, and then we have to make absolutely certain that we're doing the special shake just to show that we're down and with it. Okay, so you would say, wait a minute, the executive director is Indian American. I would say, bravo. But I'm saying that, once again, just like 10 years ago, but only worse, the number of African Americans, dark people like me, can be counted on one hand. Take a look at what I'm talking about here, all right? This is the website of the Bay Area Host Committee. Now, this is their group that was at the Super Bowl media party, all right, in this photograph on Instagram. And as you can see, there's one black person here. That's it. And some of the folks I know, this is Kim Bardakian from Oakland. That's Patty Hubbard, who was in Wise Women in Sports and Events. The others I don't not know. But my point is, who else is there is black? Don't see it, all right? And it doesn't stop there. Take a look at just simply the staff for the host committee itself, and hey, in their team, they present their team right here. Okay, here's the team right here. All right, it's women. Yay, I love that part. But look, you have the closest you have to African American is the woman they call Z, who's actually an Indian American, and you have one other person among them. No black men. No black men at all. Okay, none. One black woman. All right, Naya. How do you get to where you have no? You have if among the men you have a white guy and an Asian guy. How do you get to it where you're doing a sports commission, a sports organization, and you have no black men among your staffers in the sports commission? I mean, how do you do that? Okay, I haven't checked the board of directors. Let's have a look. All right, board of directors. Okay, so they've got people on here I know, like longtime friend and Carol Golden Bear, Larry Bear, and there's Al Guido from the Niners. But again, you got Ahmad Thomas from Silicon Valley Leadership Group, and again, hey, one black person, okay? Then that's your board of directors. What about your advisory board? Maybe there's an opportunity to, make up for the deficiency there, right? Well, we've got Fred Blackwell, who I know from Oakland. Good, good. That's a start. There's Steve Young and Brandy Chastain. And who else? Osborne, Hunter Pence from the Niners, Daniel Costa, Carter. So we scroll down, we have, hey, there's Professor Sazelle, Arian Hogan. We're getting better. All right, we're getting better. And we're getting better somewhat. But then you realize, okay, that still the numbers are not what in any way they could be. A handful. A handful. And the advisory board could be much bigger. The advisory board is a place you use to really straighten out your basically I just have to say your demographic difficulties, and they have them. it is really sad, and really got me about this whole thing was that at their event, they literally used in this video right here, Too Short and E40 in this display before this audience. Take a look at this video, okay, this excerpt, okay? This is, all right, there's Too Short talking, okay? And now, because it's Too Short, they have to make sure they get a camera angle on the nearby black person. You know, that's standard issue. And there's another black person, he's laughing. We got to make sure we get the black people, even though there aren't many in the room at all, because, hey, we're focusing on Too Short over here and E40 over there, and they're Oaklanders, all right? All right. And okay. And then for good measure, we have to have him preening and primping, and then we have to make sure we do, you know, the shake, you know, the dap shake, so that Z can show that she has some black street cred. I mean, seriously, give me a freaking break with this stuff. I mean, this is ridiculous. Styling and profiling, and using two brothers who rap, who are legendary from Oakland, especially Too Short, and that's it. Okay, that's it. Now someone's saying, Zinni, are you angry they didn't call you and say, hey, Zinni, you were involved in trying to bring us to Oakland. Would you like to help us? Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't sit around, but here's the thing. Unlike the last time when I jumped in and said, hey, look, I want to participate because this is what I did, I didn't bother because I didn't expect to hear from them. Why? There's no Oakland sports organization. There's no sports commission for Oakland. There's no Raiders, no athletics, no Warriors. Oakland has no professional sports presence. And so this is what you get. This is the remnant of it, okay? You only have the 49ers there among NFL teams. You have no Raiders. The Raiders in Las Vegas. You've got nothing else. You have no Oakland Sports Commission. You have no way of Oakland presenting its culture. And then when you have this Oakland Sports Group, which is basically a white group, what do you have? You have a basically, I will say it, bastardized version of Oakland culture, all right? And I'm putting it right out there where it lay before the public for edification. That's where we are. That's where we are. And it's further sign of Oakland's decline that this is out there in our face, and Oakland has no answer. Oakland has no project. Oakland has nothing it's doing that shows a really true mix, which includes us, okay? Where it's obvious that, hey, black folks of African, some from African descent, others of, hey, maybe you're from France or out of Mongolia or what have you, all right? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I say that because there are those of us who want to be involved, who should be involved, who have major history in both sports business and not just sports on the field in the Bay Area, and yet not shown at all. I actually made a video, not a video, but an article about the top African Americans in the sports business in the San Francisco Bay Area. I can refer to that and ask a whole number of questions about why people are not there. Like, for example, why isn't Henry Gardner involved? He's the executive director of the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum Joint Powers Authority. Why doesn't Ray Bobbitt have a seat? Ray Bobbitt is set to be the owner of the Oakland Coliseum. If you're trying to unite the world or the Bay Area, right, through sport, why aren't they involved? Why aren't they on your advisory board? There are others I could mention. I'm glad to see Kathy is there, who's started her African American business luncheon some time ago. Great for her. She's been through a lot. She deserves the spotlight. She deserves a trip to the Super Bowl. I hope you guys give her one. But absent that, this stuff is shameful. Okay, and I'm gonna say it because somebody needs to. It's not we're way down the pike. It's too late to change any of this. But I'm saying, if you're going to do this stuff in the future, you got to get your act together. And also, black folks have to get their act together and stop, first of all, being afraid to say anything, and second of all, just thinking, hey, look, I am so just so happy to be involved that I don't want to, piss off anybody. Or, or Zenny, you shouldn't say that too loud. Well, like what is this? Like the Tulsa race riot here, and they're gonna, firebomb my house or something? Give me a fucking break with this stuff. All right? Stop being afraid. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that we allow this to go on. Unbelievable that this is, I can't use the term evolved because we haven't evolved. All right? We've digressed. We went backward. And it's like we have no problem as a people being conquered. I have every problem with being conquered. All right? No one conquers me at all. In fact, that may very well be why we have this Trump issue as a country, because we're nice people, we love it, but and although I will say things are changing, it seemed like for a time we were going to let Donald Trump just run roughshod over us because he felt like he could, which is why he has got to really have a come to Jesus moment with America and ask himself if he really loves this country. If he doesn't, he needs to step down as president. America is diverse by its nature. America is multicultural by its nature. America is a nation of immigrants, a proud nation of immigrants, and that includes black folks. All of us didn't come over by the boat, in the hold. Some of us came over because we're real estate owners. Some of us came over because, we created something. Some of us came over to avoid persecution, just like other folks. All right? This shit has got to stop. And I don't know the person, the host committee. I hear a lot of great things about her. Andy Dolich sings her praises. And Dolich is my friend. But I don't like what I'm saw. And I don't like what I'm seeing. And I have a right to say something. And I want to say it. And I'm going to say it again, too. Okay? And for Oakland to just sort of sit back and let this happen, Mayor Lee, is not the way. We have to assert our culture. Our culture is, our culture is. It's 156 different languages spoken. It's all kinds of different folks. Great food. And a healthy black culture that doesn't sit in the culture and call itself the black culture zone. Give me a freaking break. Oakland permeates, is all over, black culture is all over Oakland. But there are those who just want to put in a little bit of corner because they're afraid. Stop being afraid. Show who you are. That's the way. All right. I just can't believe this happened. I saw smatterings of when I thought, I'm really afraid to take a look. And then I did. Now I can see why I was afraid to take a look, because of what I saw. And at least somebody made a comment I just missed about, anyway, I didn't see the comment, but I'm going to leave it to that, folks. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark NFL News by Zenny62.com. I'll see you.